It's a sunny winter morning on Mount St. Helens. The wind is down, the snow has settled, and people are coming out to play.
Hey, this thing is a magnet, this volcano, this monument. It's drawing people from everywhere. It's quiet, it's clean, the mountain air. This is why I get out here.
I think St. Helens has some of the best skiing in the area. I've skied Mount Hood. I just really like St. Helens. I keep coming back.
Monument managers estimate that on average, 50,000 snowmobilers, 1,600 climbers, and up to 16,000 skiers arrive each winter. Such heavy use is leading to conflict among users.
Coming at you.
Pushing 70, Don Mason hasn't slowed down yet. His snowmobile allows him to rip around the mountain at speeds of over 60 miles an hour. It's something he looks forward to nearly every weekend.
We've always been here. And of course, we tend to stay here too.
When Don first rode Mount St. Helens, it was a classic Cascade peak, towering over densely wooded national forest land. But when St. Helens erupted in 1980, it created an eerie moonscape of ash and mud. It was no longer a national forest with millions of acres of valuable timber, so the government changed how it managed the landscape. The Mount St. Helens National Monument, created in 1982, protects the crater and much of the devastated north side for science. The south side was opened up to provide easy access for recreation. But unlike in other protected areas, such as wilderness or national parks, there are few restrictions on what people can do here.
I think there's room for everyone in the right place, and I don't think the National Monument is the right place for snowmobiles.
Carrie Meyer frequently escapes winter in the city by making the 65-mile drive from Portland. Once here, she tries to leave it all behind by heading out on skis.
They just seem to take up a lot of room. Their presence is large. You hear them for a long way, you smell them for a long way, and they go faster than everyone else.
She'd rather not have to ski within earshot of snowmobiles. But she's here, like everyone else, because there's no other mountain in the Cascades quite like it. But everyone must come here first.
The area that we're in here, Marble Mountain Snow Park area, is really known for winter recreation. About half of the winter sports activity that takes place on the Gifford-Pinchot National Forest takes place right out of this area here.
By design, everyone is corralled into the same snow park. This is where tensions run hottest.
It's a nightmare at times. It used to be that we could, cross-country skiers, snowshoers, could pull into the parking lot and there would be quite a bit of room. Well, now, of course, the snowmobilers they're dragging their motorhomes up here. They're driving big campers with trailers that'll carry 2 or 4 snowmobiles. And so they really clogged the snow park.
Clint Vilbig started cross-country skiing 40 years ago. It's his way to escape the growing crowds and commotion at developed downhill ski areas.
When a snowmobile goes by here, sometimes on a quiet day, you can smell it for 5 minutes. It just hangs in the air. It's just nauseating. I probably get enough of that in Portland, behind buses downtown or something.
Don agrees concerns over noise and pollution should be addressed, not with new regulations, but with technology.
Okay, yeah, this is an Arctic Cat. It's one of the first ones that came out with the 4-stroke engine. It came out 2 years ago. It's a good old 4-cycle engine, and it's quiet. First of all, you have to turn the key on. There she is, it's running. It sounds like a Geo Metro. It sounds like a Toyota.
But the new machines lack power, and power is what this terrain demands.
That's what happens when you get stuck.
Out on the trail with the track riders, you can feel the thrill of dropping into steep gullies, climbing near vertical hills, and racing across open flats. It's this unique terrain that makes the area so popular with snowmobilers. What took us 15 minutes would take an expert skier all day. Even the looming horizon of the crater is suddenly close at hand.
To get to the top, it usually takes about 30 minutes, depending on which way you go. If you find a straight route, you can go up, 3 minutes, 4 minutes, full throttle.
Adrenaline thrills come easy in a place like this. But for many snowmobilers, what's more important is a sense of family and camaraderie that comes from group activity.
The problem is, people that really are coming to Mount St. Helens want to be up in this area, up around the volcano. And so that's where the dilemma comes. How do you provide solitude and snowmobile use in the same area, because this is where the people want to be.
Reed Gardner is deputy manager of Mount St. Helens National Volcanic Monument.
Nowhere in the legislation does it say anything about solitude, that type of thing. It talks about resource protection and allowing recreation opportunities to occur. This is an area right now that's open to snowmobiles and cross-country ski use, and you need to expect not to have a lot of solitude when you come here.
And talk of banning or restricting snowmobiles is not likely to lead very far.
It's multiple use. If you don't like it, then you've got wilderness areas. Go over there and use them. Of course, one of the little things that probably not too many people know, there's only 2 mountains in the state of Washington that we can climb, we the snowmobilers, and we're not going to lose either one of them. One of them is Mount St. Helens, the other is Mount Baker.
There'll probably be more demand for winter recreation opportunities, and we may not be able to provide all those, probably won't be able to provide all those opportunities that people are looking for.
Monument managers are expanding the snow park to ease tensions and have created speed limits in places where users frequently come into contact. They hope never to have to decide about what kind of user does or doesn't belong in such a beautiful, fragile, and increasingly crowded place.
Snowmobilers do care about the environment. We're not here to just tear it up, and I think that's important to know. And we clean up what we bring in, and we just like coming out here and having a good time and seeing all the beautiful things, so that's why we're here.
Mount St. Helens is special. It may not be a designated wilderness site. It's special, it's incredible, and it needs to be preserved, period.